Everyone, I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm going to be front loading with astrology. I'm going to timestamp below. As I always recommend, you guys should always watch your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus. So if you watch for your other signs, just be sure to check the timestamp below, because I'm going to be timestamping for the three different sections of these readings. The astrology, which is going to be the same front load for all the signs. Then I'm going to do a career spread and then relationship spread for each of the signs, okay? So I'm doing it this way, guys, because honestly, in my opinion, there is so much going on the first week of April. And actually, there's just so much stuff going on now. We all know about that. And I don't want to be, and it's no fear mongering here, nothing like that. I just want to talk about the energy that's going to be happening and keeping it real, given the current state of affairs. Let's talk about how things are going to be rolling out for most of us. So we have a lot of stuff going on, particularly in the 3, 4th, and 7th, that I think very worth mentioning, which is why I wanted to do a little bit of a different segment. So so this is going to be general messages for April 1st through the 7th, but this is very specific astrology that I'm going to be starting with, okay? So on April 3rd, we have Venus entering Gemini. So Venus is in Gemini from April 3rd to August 7th, 2020. It's kind of a pretty long transit here. So in Gemini, we want to do a little bit of everything. Curiosity motivates us on a romantic and social level. Variety and the desire to mentally sort of like flutter around is the attitude right now. We're feeling very sociable, communicative, very interested in things, different things. We can be very animated and fun, but we may also be keeping our distance, yes, on an emotional and a physical level, right, as we have to do right now. But this is not going to be a very short transit, guys. This is going to be going on for a bit. So attractions may begin now with words, as we tend to bond more readily on a mental level, right, with Venus and Gemini. The shadow side of Gemini is fickleness. So that's just like a little heads up, because this is about a desire for some superficial fun. So if you feel like a little fickle at this point, just understand that it is the energy right now. And then also on April 3rd, we have Mercury and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. So here, hidden information is going to be coming to light, realizations that you're not as clear about the future and moving forward as you were. You know, this could be very confusing. There could be confusion here having to do with some sort of emotional interactions or experiences. A lot of us are going to be having some pretty profound spiritual insights, artistic inspiration, right? A lot of us, especially if you're used to going out of the house all the time to go to work and to do different things, and you have this other kind of time where your job doesn't allow you to work from home. You may be in the space of having this extra time where artistic inspiration is going to be hitting you. It's just a lot of realizations regarding romance are all just more likely in the days around this transit. So this can also manifest, though, guys, as allowing yourself to get lost in some kind of communication via the internet, through writing, talking on the phone. Because remember, Mercury rules the communication on the internet. Uranus rules technology, but Mercury rules the actual like exchange that we have, like via social media. So like talking on the phone, maybe doing some writing. But you could also feel pulled back to the past in a way that incites self-doubt, which is a very interesting part of this energy together. Because remember, Mercury also rules the past, and then we have Neptune, which is all about lack of clarity, looking through reality through a dirty mirror. So it could be, if for those of you who are doing some reflection maybe on the past, it could be this lack of clarity from the past. It could be having this new sort of feeling of, or resurfacing of some sort of self-doubt. And this can manifest, though, as both a challenge and a blessing at the same time, right? Everything that I'm saying, because you can feel more creative, more communicative, but at the same time, you can be pulling back by something in your memory. So, very interesting energy in that way, guys. This is why I wanted to front load and sort of, give this out to the collective, and then see where these planets fall in your chart. Then going forward to April 4th, we have Venus in Gemini trining Saturn in Aquarius. So this is a great energy to communicate with someone or about something in a different way. So this time could be great since it does a link to money, right? Love, because that's Venus. Venus is love, money, and it's also self-esteem with very positive long-term outcomes or gains. That's where Saturn comes in, right? So this positive circumstance or idea can be solidified or locked in thanks to another transit happening on the 4th, which is Jupiter and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. So this, guys, represents maximum manifestation. It really does. A lot of karmic energy going on here. Karmic luck and expansion that will create and lay the groundwork for a transformation that's both benefic and long lasting because Saturn is in there. So remember, even when something feels restrictive or like you have that metaphorical harness on you, once you get through it, once you get through any of that Saturn energy, that's where the long lasting gifts are, right? So now that's really great. The flip side could manifest though as a criticism or restriction regarding a situation that creates a feeling of frustration. So many of us will be feeling a major wake-up call in this energy, plus what will feel like this spontaneous burning off of big karma. So very cool energy. It's a mixed bag, but ultimately the outcome is really good. And then if that's not enough, I mean, honestly, April 4th is a big day because there's good energy and then there's like a little bit of crazy energy. So it's a big day. Because then also on the 4th, we have Jupiter conjunct Pluto. All right, guys, we got to talk about this for a minute. This is a longer term aspect. It's going to be happening a few times this year. There's this increased need for shared interests with others, as well as for kind of like more adventurous undertaking. Right? And it's us really striving for a greater personal significance than where we're at right now. Benefits can come through those in authority, from government, any sort of governmental body. Definitely a time of personal growth and expansion. This can be an ambitious time when a desire for success is super, super strong. So the ability to sway or persuade is really, really enhanced right now. So again, it does also depend on where these fall in your chart. But one of the most positive uses of this transit is this drive to better ourselves. So we might solve a problem that's been in existence for some time or capitalize on some resources that were previously hidden that we're just finding out about. Social and material goals may come into strong focus right now. Really, reforming something about your life is just a great way of saying it. Now, our faith may be reborn or developed strongly right now. We might decide to invest our time and energy and possibly money into some sort of ambitious new project. We should definitely take advantage of this increased drive that this transit brings, but you want to avoid the tendency towards self-righteousness, towards exaggeration and obsession. So the thing is here, and this is really important, if you act in any sort of like extreme righteous way or ruthless way or obsessive way, you're likely to manifest negative energy to act against you. So that could include trouble from any sort of superior, government authority, even the law. But if you act morally and ethically, you're going to grow spiritually and materially. Absolutely. Because this transit generally favors big business, the law, grants, taxes, education. A lot of us get that kick up to July 15th here in the States for our taxes, so that's good. Education, any sort of commerce, really good. Increased influence, faith, insight are all very likely now. Now, I do want to say, as an aside, right, my own little opinion here, this Jupiter and Pluto conjunction should be somewhat distinct from the ones that we've had previously in previous eras, because Saturn is in the mix, as well as being in Saturn's own sign of Capricorn. So it should really be more understood as a Jupiter-Saturn-Pluto conjunction, and they're going to all be fairly in pretty close proximity throughout 2020. The last time Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto were in this close in tropical Capricorn was in 1894, guys, like honestly, and the next time is going to be in 2755. So it's a pretty rare event. This is not something that rolls around, once a year or a couple of times a year. So here, if Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions typically expand discovery and situations and realizations, then the presence of Saturn in there is going to suggest that there's going to be some element of contraction or limit or boundaries imposed. So it could certainly feel like a bit of a bummer in some way to some of us, depending on how we look at it, because many of us are going to be feeling like we're involved in something that has reached its cosmic expiration date. So it could be a relationship situation, a career. It's going to be different for all of us, but it's going to feel like a maximum resolution with maximum magnification is allowing us to recognize something for what it really is. So, you know, really, like, is it time to end that relationship once and for all? Or is it time to fix that relationship once and for all? Is it time to solidify that career change once and for all? Is it time to mend that family situation once and for all? It really is something being pushed towards its expiration that nobody's really talking about, but I mean, I'm seeing it very clearly in these placements. And then on the 7th also, we have Mars in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus. So it's going to be a strong desire to move forward in a new, fresh, and exciting way, right? This strong desire, right? But it's going to be squaring with your ability to push it forward in the 3D. So you may feel that your desire to move forward in a way might be at odds with some changes that are being made in your practical everyday. And I think that's going on right now for pretty much all of us, really, right? That's sort of like a general collective message where we're all feeling like we want to push forward and do something in a certain way, but the reality of our 3D, of that earthy Taurus every day-to-day energy is being reconstructed for us right now, at least temporarily. So you can have this, you know, desires and reality can be fighting with each other. So you just want to be careful, because the egos are more likely to flare with the negative outcomes in this energy. And it could be just because everybody's getting so frustrated because of the situations that are going on. And then the last big thing we do need to talk about, which I think is really amazing, is the full moon in Libra. And, you know, Libra's ruled by Venus. Libra is the 7th house, which is relationships, right? So, and remember, a full moon occurs when the sun here, the sun in Aries, is going to be forming an opposition to the moon in Libra here, okay? So the full moon is a time of culmination and promise of fulfillment that we always talk about, of that which started at the new moon, right? So it's an emotional time of romance, definitely fertilization or relationships. So the new moon was all about you, and now it's time to strike a balance between your needs with the needs of another. Because Libra, again, rules that 7th house of important one-to-one relationships. So it could be a marriage partner, it could be any sort of significant other, business partner, even an adversary, guys, right? Any sort of important relationship. So this energy should be used to compromise and negotiate. Partnership tests are possible now, but so is the chance to truly, truly connect in a much deeper and more profound way. So really good stuff, guys. There's a lot going on just in this first week of April. So I hope this was helpful. I'm actually going to, I think, link this stuff in these dates with the descriptions in the description box below. But now let's go pull cards for each of your signs. Hi Leo, thank you so much for joining me. So these are going to be general messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And remember, if you're going to be checking for your Rising Sun, Moon sign, and your Venus sign, the astrology is front loaded on all the videos. So if you've already watched the astrology from this reading, Black Moon Lilith, you could just fast forward unless you want to watch it again. So I'm going to be pulling first the career spread for you guys, and then after the career spread, to do a relationship only. This is the 3rd time I've been trying to tape your video, Leo. I don't know. Very interesting energy I'm getting for you guys today. It's kind of a little scattered. And I won't continue readings if I don't feel connected. So right now we have the Black Moon Lilith, okay, which is all about mystery. It's about not knowing. So, you know, kind of in line with a lot of what's going on right now. The Black Moon Lilith is also this part of us. We all have it, and it's a location in the sky. Rather, it's not a planet. It's kind of like the nodal energies in a way, where when we were born, it's this pocket of energy, to make it very simple. And it's whatever sign is in our Black Moon Lilith, that is the lesson that we really need to unknot in this lifetime. That's something that we feel deep inside that may be an issue within us that we just really don't want to look at. But at some point in our life, we're going to be forced to look at, okay? And that's what the Black Moon Lilith energy is. But it's this very deep almost subconscious kind of energy that pokes at us to make us look at something that maybe is a little uncomfortable right now. And that's where the mystery comes in. The mystery comes in, and we have to, as we evolve as people, we have to figure out what this energy really is and how it impacts our life, right? So let's see how that mystery energy applies to your career right now. So a lot of people, guys, you know, so many people are being affected regarding, as far as their employment goes, obviously. I wasn't feeling that one for that. Okay. You know, some people are working at home. If you're lucky enough to work at home, that's great, but it's still weird because it's a different situation. A lot of people are laid off and they have nothing coming in. You know, every blessing to those of you who are in a weird space right now because of this thing. So let's take a look at what we have going in. So you were in a space in the past. Six of Cups energy, I like this. So this is Sun and Scorpio card. So, and you guys are ruled by the Sun. So I feel like you were going through some sort of transformation in your career. And if this could be, you were growing in your career, maybe you were in the middle of changing careers, you were in the middle of advancing yourself, but there was this transformation, there was this growth going on in your career. The current situation right now, we have the Knight of Wands that's crossed by the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Knight of Wands is a lot of fire in your belly, that's for sure. This is a Scorpio and Sagittarius energy. So I like the Scorpio energy here because this is all about transformation again, okay? And Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity, ruled by Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion. So we have this fire in you have this fire in your belly to transform, to move forward, but you're in this space of needing to very much protect your money, right? Because the Four of Coins energy is exactly that. It's, you know, a lot of readers call it the card of greed. I think it's like excessive, you know, guarding, really, holding on to your money. You know, whatever you have, holding tight to it right now until we have a more, the picture is a little more clear as far as what is happening. So you have this fire in your belly, for sure, but you have this need to hold back, which is a really uncomfortable situation for anyone, but dare I say, especially Leos. Especially Leos. It's very, very hard to do that pull back. Now, we have the Three of Swords energy as the crowning. This is a lot more positive in the reverse, guys. So this is a Saturn and Libra energy. Saturn is all about restriction. Wherever there's Saturn, there's restriction, there's hard work. But it's the kind of thing where if we make it through the restriction, if we make it through the hard work, there's always a huge blessing on the other side. So this is Saturn in Libra. Now, Libra is not only about what's fair, right? This is the scales, the glyph is the scales, but Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is one of the money planets. So this tells me that there is restriction having to do with money right now. There's restriction in this ability to move forward with money, and it's because of something external to you. Right? Because it's you, it's your job, right? Because this is a relationship read, so this is how it's understood. Each of the swords are truth, right? So one is you, one is your job, your career, right? Whatever it is that you do for employment. And then the third sword is something external that is impacting your ability to move forward in your career, okay? So, I mean, it just makes sense that would be the COVID situation, though. That's not going to be the truth for everybody because this is a general reading. So maybe this was a reality before for you guys before all this stuff hit. And we have the Sun reverse as the foundation. So the Sun reverse is still positive, guys, but it just means a not yet. And it means something needs to be taken care of before this can be turned upright. Okay, and this is always something that's out of our control. Right, it's really a circumstance kind of thing when we get the Sun. But as soon as the situation is taken care of, this will be in the upright and then everything will be better. So really already I'm feeling just hang in there, hang in there, hang in there, and try to stay positive because that is what this is telling me. Okay, and two, as well, with the Three of Swords energy in reverse, there are realizations and realities of a situation coming to light as well. So not only are you feeling this restriction in work, but the reality of something is surfacing, right? regarding a situation. A truth is coming out. And now representing you right now, we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is a Mars and Leo energy, Mars and you. And Mars is the ruler of Aries, which is about feeling a very strong initiative to move something forward. So you feel, this tell me you're feeling very restless. You're feeling very tuned into what your needs are, right? Because that's what having this, the passion here, the Wands, and the Seven of Wands, the Wands are really about what your needs are, what your goals and wishes are. The Wands here are literally the sound of your voice, right? And it is your strong desire to move something forward. But the energy external to you is the Three of Cups reverse. So for some of you, this could be dealing with some sort of irresponsible energy. This could be an employer and employee, your corporation, whatever it is external to you that would impact your employment. So this is a Mercury and Cancer energy, and in the reverse, again, Mercury rules communication and short distance travel, this ability to move forward in the short term. And in Cancer, Cancer's about is the fourth house. It's about home, and it's about safety. Right? Cancer is very much an energy of safety. So there is a lack of movement forward, and there is a feeling there's a lack of safety that's being put upon you from an external source, but yet you're very aware of what your needs are right now. So very uncomfortable energy for you to be in, Leo. Now, your fear is the Magician reverse. So this is, you're afraid that somebody's not going to be completely honest with you regarding this whole situation that's going on. The Magician reverse is a trickster energy, but keep in mind that the Magician is Mercury. In the most fundamental, basic form, it's Mercury, which is about you fearing communication is not going to come in about you being able to move forward in your work, right? Some sort of communication coming in that ends up taking your work away or not coming in to allow you to continue even at a later date. And this is just your fear. This doesn't have to be a reality. This is a very mental energy, the fear space. Now, we do have the Star card in the reverse. So the Star is, it's healing, but it's healing through doing something differently, okay? And this tells me that something is not going to be done differently. This is an Aquarius energy. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this is about, your insight plus your emotions and you coming up with an idea, trying to come up with an idea to do something differently, but not being able to do it. Okay, so it's something not being any different for now. All right, but in the near future, we have the Queen of Coins energy. So, okay, good. Okay, good. Sagittarius and Capricorn, good. I mean, look, even the Queen of Coins is a very positive energy because the money's there, because it's Capricorn. Capricorn is about work. So this is literally Sagittarius and Capricorn. Sagittarius is forward movement with integrity, and Capricorn is about work. So making the money. But we have to understand that you're going to be in a situation where you're going to end up feeling like you need to play catch up. And let me tell you why. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is like the excited kid wanting to move forward and just do and just not throw caution to the wind. I'm not going to say that, but just like have a good time and just get back to life kind of thing. Saturn, right, who rules Capricorn, is the great taskmaster. Think about the elder, the wise elder who's like, slow down, sit down. No, we have to do things differently this time, and we're going to have the blessings on the other side if we do things differently. So while you're going to be moving forward in work, there's going to be readjustments that are going to have to be made in the near future. So, but at least we get the Queen of Coins energy, thank goodness, right? I mean, this is probably the second positive outcome I got out of all the signs. So there is this, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a little bit of a ride for you guys. So just hold on to your money. I mean, I like the fact that the Four of Coins is there. Yeah, I mean, it just is that time. We're in a time like that, unless we're in a space where we could, be generous and help our neighbors and help our fellow people who are struggling out there. We all have to help each other right now. It's important. Those blessings come back to us, guys. All right, so let's get into love. Let's pull a black moon for love. my gosh. We just got the Black Moon Lilith again for that. You know, listen, I mean, you know, when we're dealing with the Black Moon energy, you guys, you have to understand this is you being made to face something about a reality in your life that you haven't really wanted to look at, and your way of processing that level of restriction. So this is all about recognizing this and really unpacking how it is that you feel about a situation. Really looking at your patterning, looking at where you might sabotage yourself, looking at where it could be something different for everyone, because it completely depends on where your Black Moon falls, which sign it falls. But it could be something with, where do you self-sabotage? Where do you allow too much to go on? You know, if you guys know your chart, look at where your Black Moon Lilith falls. Very interesting. But it's a very mysterious energy, because it is this thing that lies underneath us, that is with us for our whole life, that ends up becoming a fundamental issue in a lot of the things that end up not working out for us in our life. And until we can really identify it and work with it and call it out, you know, it ends up being this continued problem. So this is having to do with relationships, familiar, friends. Okay, well, we have the Ace of Cups in the past. Okay. Ace of Cups is a new beginning, wanting to have a new beginning in the heart space. Absolutely. So for some of you, this can be a brand new relationship. For others of you, this could be a whole new cycle within, let's say, your marriage or your longer relationship, where you guys are saying, okay, we're going to try to do things differently this time, you know. But there's this idea in the past, okay, there was this new start in the heart space. The situation right now in relationship for you, though, is the Six of Swords reverse being crossed by the Three of Swords. So the Six of Swords in the reverse is moving away from a toxic situation, even if only mentally. You may not be able to actually, you know, move out or move forward or pull away from a situation right now, but this is definitely, at least mentally, you know. And in the reverse, you may have checked out already, right? This could really very much be like a past kind of thing, but it's that energy that's crossed by the Three of Swords. You know, listen, this could be a third party situation. It doesn't have to be. It's a third thing. It's an issue, right? So for many of you, if this could very well be, if it's your employment that is really a huge problem right now in your relationship, that could even be a sword energy. All right, because remember, the Three of Sword energy is the Saturn in Leo energy. Wherever we have Saturn, we have restriction. There's delay. So it's Saturn in Libra. Libra is about what's fair. Libra also rules relationships and is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and self-esteem. Okay, so this means that there's a challenge in this love area, in fairness. So this really can mean betrayal, somebody feeling hurt. This is the card of pain. Okay, this is the card of pain because of an external thing outside your relationship. So it's very easy to say it could be a third party, but can equally so be some sort of situation with money that you feel, though, that somebody has more control over a situation than they're claiming. So therefore it's painful because you don't understand why they're acting or doing what they're doing. This could certainly be, you know, maybe throwing you under the bus regarding family, just not showing up, maybe flirting with somebody very irresponsibly, even if they didn't actually do anything with them yet. Whatever it is, it's this pain that's creating you to this situation where you're recognizing there's toxicity here and you want to at least mentally move away from it. So, because some of you, if you're living with your partner or whatever, particularly now, we can't just up and move, right? You can't just do that right now. Now, crowning, right, what you really want is this Four of Wands energy, which is all about engagement, marriage, strong foundation, though, within that relationship. This is very much what you want, right? This is very much on your mind, right? On your higher mind. But the foundation is the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So in the reverse, the wands have been put down already. Leo, I get that you kind of checked out already. And if you didn't, somebody else did. And at least for now, may not be forever because these are minor arcanas, but at least for now, you have checked out of a situation. So I feel like there's distance here for sure. So some of you may literally be not in connection with each other. But I have to tell you, I feel like it's more than the COVID situation for the reading that I'm getting here. I feel like this was already a pre-existing situation that was going on. And because the Ten of Wands is not a brand new energy. The Ten of Wands takes a while to get to. This is the building up of pressure over time where you push to a point where you just can't take it anymore. You're tapped out emotionally, and you just need to put the wands down. Now, this can also indicate being this is a multitasker energy where you're working, you're dealing with emotional issues, you're taking care of the house, you're taking care of the kids, you're doing all of this stuff, and it's just like, whoa, I just can't do this anymore kind of energy, right? Obviously, it's a Saturn energy, and it's Saturn in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is about moving forward, right, with integrity towards luck and expansion. And Saturn's there like, nope, you can't do it anymore. You can't be on this path. This is not going to, this is not a path of integrity for you anymore at this point, Leo. It's just not, right? Not the way it was. So that cycle's over. Now, representing you right now regarding this relationship, you're the Empress. I like it because this is Venus energy, right? And the Empress is the mother of the tarot. She's perpetually pregnant. She, plants the seeds, grows it, births it, and then does it again. So you're in this space of just really wanting to expand your life very much. In relationship, I'm talking about you're in this space of just really knowing more what you want. Like you want that Four of Wands energy in a relationship. Now, the external energy to you is the Queen of Swords. And a Queen can't, it doesn't matter, like gender, the specific, it doesn't matter. But we have the Queen of Swords reversed. So because swords are communication and truth, the swords reverse tells me that either there is a lack of communication, a lack of healthy communication. They could be lying through omission, anything like that. But, as a Queen of Swords energy, this is a Virgo and Libra energy. Virgo being ruled by Mercury, having to do with that moving forward, right, in the near future. And Libra, right, being ruled by Venus, all about love and self-esteem. It's also a money planet, but this is a relationship read. And you not feeling like you can move forward, right, with this person. This person is not... they're not being honest with you. You feel like they're hiding something. There is this lack of ability to move forward in this space. But meanwhile, you're the Empress. So they might be doing that, but you're in this Empress energy where you're like, listen, I'm refocusing here. I get this refocus vibe from you, which is really good. Your fear is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So your fear is that you're not going to have this passionate, brand new cycle and something new. Because whenever we have Ace, it's something new. Right? It's a new energy. So the fact that there's going to be this lack of, and you're afraid of it. You're afraid of a new beginning. You very much want a new beginning, but you're afraid of a new beginning. Just the idea of a new beginning. And we have the Ten of Cups energy. Very interesting. I have to tell you, there is definitely something external to you guys that's getting in the way. We have two cards here that tell me that. Because the Ten of Cups in the upright obviously is a very beautiful, benefic energy. It's about being on the right path with your person. It's fabulous. It's initiation on a new path towards your dreams, right? Because it's Mars and Pisces. In the reverse, though, this indicates that there is something external to your relationship that's getting in the way. And unless or until that issue is addressed in a healthy way, this is going to stay reverse. And you guys are going to stay in a space, not necessarily where you're apart, but when you have communication, there's a fakeness about it. There's a fake, it's almost like a treading water kind of thing, where you're just putting on the face and you're going through the kind of conversations where you're not really telling your friends and family what the reality is yet. You're trying to keep up the facade sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But it's because of something external. You know, very often this is a situation with family, with a third party, with some sort of external situation. Could certainly be because of your job, whatever it is, but I don't feel like that. I have to tell you, for whoever's resonating with this, I feel like there's something being held back from you, Leo, that you're feeling very intuitive about, and it's this third energy that is not being handled in a responsible way. So maybe that could be money, it could be a third party, is really what I'm feeling here. But it really is this getting in touch with what it is. You're feeling like something needs to be dug out and unraveled, which is probably why we got the Black Moon Lilith, because that's what we have to do with the Lilith energy. So we have to dig it out, right? We really have to dig deep for it. And then we have in the near future, we have the Chariot energy, which is really awesome because this is a Cancer energy. Cancer is that fourth house of home, family, and being on the right path. So there's an end of a cycle here, though. The Ten of Cups means, you know, things are not going to be okay until things are addressed in a specific way. But then I have you in the Chariot is just like on a really beautiful path towards that metaphorical home space that's going to bring you the foundation. Because remember, being connected to the Cancer energy, it's about safety and you moving towards a safer space for yourself, because there's something about this that you don't trust. Let's see what. Oh, I like this. Queen of Coins, and we have the Queen of Coins, and we have the King of Coins, and we have Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter in the middle. Okay, so I really like this. Is the Queen of Coins is a Sagittarius and Capricorn energy, and the King of Pentacles is an Aries and Taurus energy. So this is about really wanting a fresh start, a fresh perspective, moving forward. Taurus is ruled by Venus. You know, so in the relationship space, right, is the King of Coins, but it's having this mental, emotional, and physical connection. And then we have the Queen of Coins again here as the Sagittarius. It's about moving forward with integrity, putting in the hard work. So putting in the hard work and starting something over fresh, having the blessing of Jupiter, which is all about luck and expansion. And again, I feel like if money was an issue, it's not going to be an issue anymore in the future. So that is what I'm getting here. Now, yes, no. Is this person with Leo? Yes or no? Yeah, star energy. Yeah. So Leo, if this is resonating with you, I am getting that whoever you're with right now, you guys are going through a tough situation. Definitely a tough situation. But the thing is, you know, you really want to make sure that you get to the bottom of whatever it is that you're not trusting here, because you don't want to mend something just based on fear when these other things are lingering, right? Okay. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So listen, Leo, the energy does indicate here that you guys are going to go through a lot, but you're going to heal it. Just because the energy supports that, some of you, I can hear you from here like, hell no, I don't want to do it. Just because the energy is available to you doesn't mean you need to join in. You could sit this round out. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because the energy is available to you does not mean you need to engage. That's a very personal decision. But I can tell you that I'm very strongly getting that there's something very secretive that's going on with this person. And hopefully they will be forthcoming. Because if they are, then the Ten of Cups can be turned upright. Then this Black Moon Lilith will be null and void, right? But this is an indicator, like you have to look at what's being hidden here, right? And if it's not going to be addressed, you don't want to move forward in something blindly, you know? That's what the cards say. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Leo. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.